Thank God it's a Friday. Sana po ay safe tayong lahat mula sa bagyong Ulysses. The typhoon was very strong, huh? One of the strongest typhoons that I have ever experienced. Now, one of the typhoons that I have experienced in my lifetime was Super Typhoon Yuling. Direct hit ang Metro Manila. That was, if I remember right, November 1970. It was very, very strong. Strong winds, strong rain, and it was the first time for me to see the eye of the typhoon. At counterclockwise ang ikot niya, yung cloud movement. And when you are directly in the eye, the irony is that it is very calm. Walang hangin. At umaaraw pa. Pero once lumagpas yung eye, naku, eto na yung hangin na tulan, napakalakas. Safe naman kami, pero it was very terrifying. Tapos Benji Chidoro, today I'll be sharing with you the stock rights offering of ACEN and the Senate approval of the FIST bill. And by the way, trading on dito was again suspended. And I'll be sharing also the results of trading in the PSE. All of these here only of the November 13, 2020, Friday edition of the Stock Market Today. Bago po ang lahat, basahin po muna natin ang ating reminders at disclaimers. At habang binabasa po natin ito, kung first time niya po dito sa ating channel, ay nag-start po akong magbigay ng daily stock market report noong August. Inaanyayahan ko po kayo na mag-subscribe sa aking channel para palagi po tayong updated sa balita at impormasyon tungkol sa stock market at ang mga active stocks sa merkado. And since early 2000 ay nag-start po akong mag-invest regularly sa UITFs at pagkatapos ay sa stocks. Salamat po at tignan po muna natin ang ating mga balita. Okay, this is from Philstar. Singapore State Fund invests 20 billion in AC Energy. An affiliate of Singapore State Fund, GIC Private Limited, is looking to acquire a 17.5% stake in AC Energy Philippines or ACEN through a deal valued at 20 billion approximately. In a disclosure to the PSE, ACEN said its board of directors approved the proposal of GIC affiliate Aran Investment Limited (PTA Limited) to acquire a 17.5% ownership stake in ACEN on the basis that ACEN stock rights offering and follow-on offering, as well as the infusion of ACEN's parent company, AC Energy Inc., of its international business into ACEN, have been completed. Aran Investment is affiliated with GIC Special Investment Private Limited, the private equity and infrastructure investment arm of GIC Private Fund. ACEN said the investment, which would be implemented through a combination of subscription to 4 billion primary shares via private placement and purchase of the secondary shares from AC Energy, is priced at $2.97 per share at a cost SRO basis and is subject to agreed price adjustments. The price represents a 25% premium to the board-approved SRO price of $2.37 per share, which is subject to regulatory approval and is at par with the theoretical ex-right price using the 30-day volume weighted average price of $3.51 per share and ACEN's board-approved SRO price of $2.37 per share. Now, if you'll read through the disclosure in the PSE, the stock rights offering to the retail investor would be for every 1.11 shares, you are entitled to a stock rights offering of 1 share. So it's almost 1:1. So let me give you an example. Okay, I prepared an Excel file here wherein, let's say that you have an original holding of 10,000 shares of ACEN. And according to the disclosure, the average price of the stock, the 30-day average price is $3.51. So you have a stock rights offering of, you get 1 share for every 1.11 shares you hold. So you simply divide 10,000 shares by 1.11, you get 9,009. Okay, so the original holdings is valued at $3.51 based on the average price for 30 days. So you get 35,100. The 9,009, if you will exercise the stock rights, will be valued at $2.37. So you multiply that, you get 21,351. Then you add 35,100 and 21,000, you get 56,451. And to get the average price, you divide 56,451 by 19,009, your total shares, assuming that you exercise your stock rights. The average price is 297, which is exactly the price of the investor, that the investor will buy. So if the assumptions are correct, the average price would approximate the price of the stock once the stock rights are exercised and once the investor gets on board. So that's how I simply analyze the transaction. Ito, SR price of 237. Pero yung ACEN Energy is priced at 297 per share, which is the price of the investor. So that's how the transaction will go. Our next news is from Business World. Senate approves FIST bill. The Senate on Tuesday approved a measure allowing financial institutions to offload bad loans to asset management companies in order to cushion the impact of the coronavirus pandemic on their finances. With 18 affirmative votes, no negative, and abstention, the Chamber passed Senate Bill number 1849, the Financial Institution Strategic Transfer or FIST Act, in anticipation of an increase in non-performing assets or NPAs. Sa NPAs, mukhang mag-all-time high to. Bad loans are increasing because of the slowdown of business during the pandemic. This proactive response to the pandemic that should free up about 1.19 trillion worth of loans and allow banks to lend some 600,000 MSME or micro, small, and medium enterprises and save over 3.5 million jobs, Senator Grace Poe Lamizara said in a statement on Tuesday evening. So this is good news for the banks, and hopefully the banking sector will recover because of this bill. Now, let's take a look on how the PSE fared. The PSEI finished lower, 69.88, 54.38 points lower than the previous close, or 0.77%. So it finished flat today, and probably because of profit taking. Let's see the summary. 119 companies advanced, 85 declined, while 54 remained unchanged. There was net foreign selling at 676.74 million. As for the sectoral indices, it finished mixed. The mining and the properties were gainers, while the financials, holding companies, industrials, and services finished in the red. The all-share index had a 0.47% decline, or 19.25 points lower. Let's take a look at the most active stocks. Okay, so let's review the following stocks. Let's review BDO, Ali, BPI, ACEN, PureGold, MWIDE, C, Merrimart, Converge, and MAC. So 10 ang re-reviewin natin today. Okay, let's go to the first stock, BDO. Okay, BDO declined today by 1.3 points, 1.30, and it is a red candlestick, but it is still above our indicators, the 50 and 20-day exponential moving average. From the looks of it, the stock, this is a long red candlestick, and I see that the stock may move a bit lower in the coming days. So it may just revisit a support, which is here. The nearest support is here, 89. Baka i-revisit niya yung 89. Pero sana mag-reverse, ano? Kasi meron naman tayong magandang catalyst, no? In the form of the Senate bill. And then the nearest resistance that I see is here, 98, 99. Yan. So mag-move lang siya within the support and resistance, and hopefully baka mag-U-turn yan. Pero from the looks of it, baka bumaba pa siya because of the long red candlestick. Okay, let's take a look at Ali. Okay, Ali continues to climb, and the breakout, which occurred November 10, continues until today. So it broke the resistance level here. Ito yung pinaka-resistance level, and it may retest the next resistance level here, 43. So yan ang nakikita ko sa Ali, kasi pataas yung mga indicators natin, and there is volume. Okay, ACEN had a gap down. It opened at 394. By the way, the stock opened at 10:30 today because of the disclosure. But it opened at 394 and it closed at 418. So what you see here is a solid green candlestick. And let's see. So the stock will continue to probably move within the sideways range of, let's see. The nearest support is here, 391. Well, the nearest resistance would be here, 442. So maaaring dyan lang siya mag-move in the meantime because the catalyst is that there is this new investor coming in. That's the good news. And there is a stock rights offering which will pull the prices down. And as we have analyzed earlier, we estimate that the price will be in the 3 peso area. Okay, the next stock that we will review would be BPI. BPI had a red candlestick today, and let's put out our indicator. Okay, so tingin ko dito, since this is a red candlestick, it may just consolidate. It may just consolidate because the nearest support would be here. Okay, 80.81 is the nearest support. So if it breaks that support here, then bababa yan. Pero if you see a green candlestick in the following day, in the next trading day, then that may be a sign of reversal or baka lang nagko-consolidate si BPI. Pero from the looks of it, because the trend line is moving up, our indicator, the MA20, the MA50, and the MA100 are below the candlestick, then it is a bullish indicator. Next, let's take a look at PureGold. PureGold continues to move up, and it is just above the exponential moving average, the 20-day exponential moving average. And if it continues to move up, if you see a green candlestick the following day, then dire-diretso yan po. There is net foreign buying today. In the meantime, the nearest support is here, and it may test the next resistance level at 44. So the nearest support is 41, the nearest resistance at 44. After that, let's take a look at MWIDE. Okay, MWIDE continues to move up. It had a breakout last Friday, and the breakout continued with volume. Okay, so the next resistance level of MWIDE is nandito na siya. It's a 10.76 because there was a long candlestick here. Yan ang pwede niyang i-retest the next resistance level. And it just broke the present resistance, kaya nagka-breakout siya. Ito yung resistance level na na-break. Nasa 875 na siya. And the next level is 1076. And after that, let's take a look at C. C moved down today, but it is a smaller candlestick, unlike the one last Wednesday, which is a long candlestick. In the next trading day, if you see a green candlestick, then it's probably a sign of reversal. In the meantime, the nearest support you see is here. That's a 532, and it may test this support level. Okay, by the way, Dito was suspended. The trading of Dito was suspended today because of the disclosure, to avoid speculation in the stock. Okay, let's now take a look at Merrimart. Merrimart continues to move higher. Let's see, if you were able to get in here at the closing price of 310, the level of the stock is now here at 433. So let's see how much you may have gained if you bought the stock here at October 13. Okay, kung i-measure natin si Merrimart from, if you came in here on October 13, you gained 47.22%. No, kasi nasa level na siya ng 443. That is if you were able to buy at this level. Okay, so where do I see the stock? Right now, kasi it may test the next resistance at, I would say here, yung highest point here, 450. Yeah, it may test the 450 resistance, 452. Pero after that, wala na tayong ibang data. Magpa-form na yan ng panibagong resistance level, whatever that price is. So it's already quite high, and let's take a look at the DMI. Kasi yung RSI natin is 80 already eh. And that's already oversold unless there is the DMI is above 30. Yes, it's above 30, it's 35. So it will continue to move up pa. But up to where, it may just retest the resistance of 452, 450 to 452. And after that, if it breaks that resistance level, then we cannot anymore do a determination because there is no data available. Similar to ACEN. ACEN is nag-reach na siya ng all-time high. Yung 433, that's an all-time high already. Okay, next let's take a look at Converge. Nagko-consolidate lang si Converge. So, if we will just draw a line, a trend line, or let's just draw a so meron siyang flat top and a trending bottom, no? So makikita nyo dito is that maaaring mag-consolidate lang siya within that area, and the resistance level is at 1532 while the nearest support is mga 1450 yung nearest support niya. No, so baka dyan lang siya mag-move without a catalyst. Yan. Okay, then let's take a look at MAC. MAC has been moving up slowly. Yeah, nag-move up na nga siya. And if you'll take a look, let's draw a channel. May slight overshoot dyan, but actually, yan yung pinaka-channel niya. Slight overshoot lang. And sabi nga nila, no, trend is your friend. And as long as the trend line is moving upwards, the stock will move up. Okay, let's now draw the next resistance level. Now the next resistance level, let's use the weekly chart. The nearest resistance is here, 876 or 850. Yeah, mga 850 yung next resistance level. And let's return it to the daily. Okay, so that is the most probably the next resistance level. And let's see. Baka the nearest resistance could also be here. 798, mga 810. Kasi mukhang may gap dito eh. Okay, so may support dito na naging resistance. So mga 808, 810 yung next resistance level dyan. So yun yung mga levels na pwede natin tingnan. Yan po ang ating stock market report today, Friday the 13th of November 2020. Ito po si Benji Chidoro, laging nagpapaalala, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. See you again in the next episode at maraming salamat sa inyong pagtangkilik.